All right.
Okay. Did it? Did it? Jeez.
That chocolate good as hell.
Okay, whatever. So anyway, we're live now. So this is Homeroom with Smooth, episode number 18. And so I got these people together to have a conversation about, you know what I'm saying, when the quarantine stuff is over, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna find yourself in the club, you're gonna find yourself in the bar, and you're gonna wanna walk up to a young lady and you're gonna want to talk to her. Okay. Now we gonna see what they say about when is the best time to approach her. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to just approach it any type of way, okay? Especially right now because COVID and shit. But yeah, so when is the best time to approach you? What do y'all think is the best time to approach you? But before you answer that, just think on it. I'm gonna introduce y'all. So we got Celine Brewer. You know what I'm saying? She does wigs and hair. You know what I'm saying? You can follow her at Classic Wigs and Hair on Facebook, IG, and Twitter. We got Coretta. You know what I'm saying? Know her from way back in the day. You know, he's a nurse now. We got my boy Kev. You know, he does IT and other technical support shit. He's super like technically smart. I go to him for all my technical problems. We got Autumn here. Hey Autumn, what's up? She's out of Dallas. What do you do again? I forgot.
I try.
Well, just put me out on there.
No. I'm just saying. I forgot.
I'm just out here. I'm not doing nothing for it. Trying to go back to school. That's it.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That is perfectly fine. So we got Type X Thrills here. You know what I'm saying? He takes pictures of roller coasters and other amusement activities, mainly just roller coasters though. And and people enjoy his vlogs and experiences from all sorts of roller coasters, East Coast, West Coast, all that in between. He's taking pictures and videos of all that. Then I got my boy KJ. He's from DC. I believe he does some marketing and
he's from Detroit.
He's not from DC. You're from Detroit. I'm saying you're out of DC. All right, out of DC. You do some marketing, right? Marketing stuff and seminars and all that stuff. I try my best to keep up with everybody. I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect.
You close, bruh. It's pretty close. You're close. It's all good. I work for a university and I do marketing and communications, but it's all good. I give you an A for effort.
Hey, listen. I tried. There's 6 people. I was 4 for 6. So
cheers to you, brother.
All right. So without further ado, so ladies, I'm gonna let y'all take the floor first. So how would y'all like to be approached? Okay.
I want to let y'all go first because
damn,
bro, you gotta add some context.
Right.
Context to it.
I agree.
Okay.
Well, okay. So you're talking about how you would like to be approached in a social setting, like a bar or a party?
Yeah. So a bar, a party, a club, a kickback, whatever it is. Like how would you is there a wrong way to there obviously is a wrong way to approach you. So how would you like to be approached, and then what is wrong with other approaches?
Well, I feel like you have to categorize the approaches based on the setting, because how you would approach me in a kickback should be different than how you approach me at a party. So if we're at a kickback, it's more chilled, usually more intimate. You know somebody that knows somebody, so you kind of have that connection to top it off. Oh, hey, I came with so-and-so. Oh, I know so-and-so. And then that's kind of how you can get in your groove, because y'all can talk about what y'all have in common. At a party, I feel like the best time to be approached at a party is if I'm at the bar, because I'm waiting on my drink. I'm just standing there. I'm probably not doing anything. But if I'm like on the dance floor, I'm with my girls, I don't want to hear you yell in my ear to try to have a conversation in the middle of a song.
yeah, I feel that.
or try to catch a dance.
Listen.
Jay,
I'm not gonna lie, I'm hungover, bitch, man.
Okay, so
Shit.
anyway,
Oh, bad.
so to the people that are on Facebook, I got it right. We up on Facebook now. So also, so Autumn, you got what's your how would you like to be approached, ma'am?
Like if we at a club or something, it's best to do it at a bar and buy the girl a drink. There's so many broke niggas that don't want to buy drinks. That turns you off. Like, no, buy the drink. And then just have a conversation at the bar. I don't want to be approached on the dance floor, especially when you like just trying to dance with your friends and all of a sudden somebody grab your waist. I don't like that.
That's creepy as hell.
That's creepy, but they do that. They do that. So.
But guys complain about that these days. Like all she want to do is go to a party and dance with her girls. I came with them. That's who I'm gonna have fun with.
Right.
Yeah. Shit, buy that drink. Introduce yourself, nigga.
Okay, so with that dance aspect, so do y'all think that? So how does a guy, even if he wants to dance with you, how does he get said dance then?
He could be like, "Can I get a dance?"
So he has to
is that easy?
Madam, may I get this dance?
I mean, it's kind of sexy if a guy asks.
Bro,
if a guy push up on you, you automatically feel uncomfortable. But if a guy like, hey, can we dance? It puts the power in that play back in our hands, so we feel empowered. But when you push up on us, it's like we losing power, in my opinion. I don't like that.
Okay, Celine, you got to you comment.
Oh, I mean, yeah. Well, I'm kind of mean, so that's why I'm like, I'm let y'all go because I'm kind of mean. So it really, you gotta have like a
mean as hell.
Like, no, you just gotta have like a type of presence for me to even just like talk to you. Like, I'm not like as women, like men to us typically can have like a natural dominant like presence. Like some men have weak presence, like a weak presence, and like some have like a strong presence, some have like a more like medium presence. Like that's where you get like, to me, brother vibes anyway. But like if you don't have a strong presence to even like come and talk to me, then 9 times out of 10 I don't even care if you're trying to buy me a drink. Like I'm just not gonna waste your time. I'm kind of cutthroat. Like I don't like that buy me a drink and this, that, and third, because now you think you finna sit here and talk to me for X amount of time. And I don't want to be bothered 9 times out of 10.
Oh,
so it's
shit.
like,
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm kind of mean. So that's why I'm like,
yo, Celine mean as hell.
She say you gotta have a presence, man.
She mean as shit.
That's just like, I mean,
I respect it though.
She say the background dudes, the sideline dudes, and there's dudes that's in the game.
She's
what?
I mean, I don't know. It's just, to me, like, if you're not even confident in your approach, then don't even like.
Man,
what's the point?
I
mean, if you're gonna do something, do it. That's how I feel. So if you can't do something like that, then what else?
Yeah, money don't make no money.
It's a tough crowd in here, boy. I tell you.
God.
Hard out here.
On the dancing tip, like I'm kind of, I don't know, if I'm drunk enough, I might say
it. Mad if you ask.
Okay, I feel that. So fellas, you know what I'm saying? Now, it's y'all time. Like, chime in. Like, so how do y'all feel like this interaction goes on the other side, of that coin? Like, when you approach, like, what's the feedback that you get?
Shit, she say, yeah, no. You're what? Like, what you talking about? What you talking about? Like, it's going,
right,
you going or you're not, bro. That's it.
I'm just saying, like, it varies per situation. You know what I'm saying? Like some situations, like you can pull up and you know what I'm saying, the shot gonna go in. You know what I'm saying? But other situations might not be your strong suit. So I'm just trying to figure out, like, in a club scenario, like what works for you. In a bar scenario, what works for you. In a kickback scenario,
Bro,
what
don't
works.
be trying to talk to no girl in no club, bro. Like with all the music playing and shit, that ain't
Yeah.
gonna work out, bro.
Yeah, I don't know.
That don't work out, bro. And then don't be that creepy dude that's trying to come up behind her and grab her by the hips and shit. People try to cop a
This
little
nigga Kev,
feel up in
hey,
there
hey,
because it's crowded. Y'all creeps.
this nigga Kev preaching. Keep
Bro,
going.
I'm just saying that's creepy,
Nah, keep
bro. But
going.
shit, I don't know. Like Celine said, have a strong presence. Shit, introduce yourself. Make your presence be known.
I mean,
The worst thing she can say is no, and if she say no, move on to the next girl.
Pretty much.
nah, that's facts.
That's
Like,
it.
I mean, bro, you in a club. There's like plenty of women around you.
So in the
No.
so I don't know. Whenever I go out, like if I'm with my boys, I always assume always assume the women, always assume a woman got a boyfriend. Like automatically, that's just my assumption,
I
and
don't.
I could be wrong. Like I just assume because it makes it easier for me to not go. You know, if I don't want to go smack, like even if your nigga like, yo, bro, she got fat ass. Yo,
Nah,
she
you
thick.
gotta be
Yo, go.
respectable though.
Yeah,
You
yeah, yeah.
got
No.
yeah.
I'm just saying, you know, like nigga, you know, come on, bro. Like keep it 100. Like niggas be hyping in niggas. I'm like, yo, bro,
Yeah,
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 she
yeah.
thick.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Like they ain't come. And so if I'm just trying to chill, I'm just like, all right, well, she got a boyfriend. Fuck it. I'm not about to waste my time. And then sometimes, like for me, I read the room, and it's something that I got better at over the years from college to being grown. Is that like you will find out about a person, like you can have your eye on a chick all night, and how she looked to you at 10 o'clock when you walk in and how she looked to you by last call may be two totally different things based on what she do, and it could change your whole perception. And then
Mm-hmm.
you just gotta for me it's just like peeping the scene. Like how many niggas have came up to the same girl that you looking at and bought her a drink, and she gave him conversation, and
Yeah.
she took the drink and walked off, and now that nigga got the hurt face, and she done got 3 free drinks. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like yeah, like no, like fuck that.
Nah, I see what you're talking about.
No,
So
I'm not gonna lie,
Smart
KJ.
man right there.
No, because I used to do that because when I was in Vegas, I was married, and we would go to a club and everything too, and you don't know how many free drinks I got because someone bought my wife a drink and she gave it straight to me.
Damn.
So like,
Teamwork make the dream work.
So you
no,
gotta be able
no,
to spot your
no,
hustlers.
it was funny because and usually like the guys like they didn't even get mad. They're like, like like I'll just take this L. But like you said, you have to read the room, and especially like in a club though, like Kev said too, you don't really want to talk to a girl in a club because
facts.
people usually, especially now, they go to clubs together, and like in Vegas, it was like a big club scene too. So I used to go, and then so that's like with my friends and with my cousin and everything too. And I guess their strategy to get a girl at a club was using my ex-wife. Because I think because usually girls that go with their friends and then they talk to my wife and then my wife was kind of like the middleman for them, which was really, and I guess that just made them feel more comfortable because then it wasn't like this guy's not a creep, and they just want to have fun and there's no pressure. Because I think at a club, no one's really going to find a date for the most part. They're just
Yeah,
or
like you
like
can't ain't no love in the club, man. Like
yeah,
Usher said.
exactly.
Yeah.
So they're just
But
going to have fun.
for me, to answer the specific question, so I'll stay on topic. Like when I'm in a club, like I'm not really like if I get the opportunity and I'm at the bar and like let's say like Sharetta walk up to me and I'm like, all right, she looking right. Okay, I might introduce myself, little conversation, you feel me? Depending on the vibe I get from the initial conversation will determine if I buy her a drink to continue. Like it's a lot of cats that, and I don't know, maybe a lot of niggas got money like that. They just like, all right, fuck it, what you drinking, shorty? Boom, and then there's no conversation behind it either because she sucks at conversing or you don't have shit to talk about.
Mhm.
And see me, I'm very direct to the point where my shit might come off as like, yo, it's crowded. I'm with my peoples. If you like, let's go to lunch. Let's go to dinner. Like, let me get your number. Let me go from
There
there. You
you
feel me?
go.
And at that point, at that point, I feel like it empowers them. Either they're gonna be like, yeah, or they're gonna be like, nah. And if they say nah, like you said, all right, well,
Mackin'.
I like
no, I'm saying
that.
never say
Yeah,
yeah or no. If they say no, all right, cool, enjoy the drink, or you have a good time. Like, also, that's another thing too. Like, how you handle rejection, it might work out in your favor in the end. Like,
Mhm.
I've been in
yeah,
situations where I went smack at a shorty. She said no. And I'm like,
Mhm.
all right, I appreciate your time. You have, have a great night, have a great day. And, I might have had bought her a drink at that point, can't remember. And, just enjoy yourself. I'm just with my boys vibing. And she'll come back to me at the end of the night, or might run into her on the way to the bathroom or whatever. And she'll be like, yeah, I kind of lied. I was kind of rude. And my thoughts is like, yo, nah, keep your same energy. If you had a boyfriend 20 minutes ago, you had a boyfriend 20 minutes later. Like, don't double back because of whatever your gut is. Go with it. You know what I'm saying? And just being respectful gets you a lot further. And it's kind of weird because
for
now
real.
it's kind of seen as being trendy with people. Like, everybody got manners because it's trendy. And I guess how I was raised, I grew up. My grandparents raised me. And so I've always had manners. And even in the era when niggas like, hey yo, blue dress, hey yo, ma, hey yo, shorty, hey bitch with the fat ass. Like,
Damn.
I was never macking like that. So I don't know. At a kickback, I mean, for me, it's just kind of chill. But again, reading the room, you could see like if if your man your people usually tell you how it's gonna play out at a kickback. So to me, I think it's kind of easier because your man's like, yo, look, I got like 5 shorties coming through. It's 4 of us. Except the one in the green, go for what you know, bro. Everybody's single. She said she bought her homegirls. Do what you do, and you on your own. And so at that point, you got liquor. You might have get bust a game of spades or some bones or some shit. Keep it pushing, and then it just go from there.
Mhm.
Respect. He has
Um,
very good situational awareness, and
There you
a lot
go.
of guys lack that.
They
They
cannot read.
Mhm.
they they don't take the patience and the time. They don't have the patience, or they don't take the time, like you said, to read the room or even care enough to see what's going on around them. And honestly, in the end, that would save a lot of niggas money. They waste their
Yeah.
own money because they don't take the time out to help out the team. So respect
trust
for
me,
that.
Mhm.
I've gotten curved a lot too, so that's how you gain that situational awareness. Nigga,
Dead.
I've been curved more times than a mountain road, but no, I'm just saying.
Hey, but you said like a word when you were talking about like how you take rejection. Cause I've had guys like I told no and like
They'll get mad.
they like
They
fucking
go
flipped. Like
crazy.
they
Yeah.
flipped on my ass. Like I've been in too many bad situations to where like I have like a text app number that I'll give out and like just in case they decide to call in that moment or something like that I'll give them because if they keep pressing me like I get like danger vibes like
Mm.
yeah like
Man.
crazy like because I got into some shit because of me saying no.
Mm.
That's probably
Yeah.
why I'm like a little
Have
mean
you
now because I'm just like I'm not about to get bullied
you ever had a
about
stalker or
none
anything like
of that.
that?
Like
It sound like this dude is stalking you. That's what it sounds
Facts. This is
like.
I
It's
have, like,
it's
I have
scary.
though. I've
Boy,
had a
that's
stalker.
scary,
I've had
man.
somebody pull a gun on me in a parking lot,
Hey,
Whoa.
because I said no. I've had
yikes.
Damn.
like,
Oh, never mind. It ain't
yeah,
get that
shit
bad.
get
Good.
bad. Like, I'm so serious.
What?
That's
Where the
crazy.
fuck
Hey,
are you
I am
hanging
an
I
out?
was at a
advocate for
club,
every
a
black
motherfucker
woman
drunk, and they
flexing her
got a
Second
gun,
Amendment.
and they ego get shot down. Hell yeah, I've been in situations like that. That's why I was like,
Mm-mm.
when he was talking
That's
about like
insane.
taking rejection, yeah, like some niggas really don't take. I mean, excuse me,
Boy, that's
some men don't
crazy.
take that like
Nah, it's
in a good way. Some men
it's
take that to heart and be like butt hurt about it and
it's a lot of
react.
it's a lot of the problem is, and not to sound like a simp nigga, but it's a lot of niggas who feel entitled
Yeah.
to whatever it is because they've never
That's
been told no.
it.
Like
Hmm.
Yeah.
one of my OGs when I was an undergrad, one of my OGs, he's Greek, and he was just like rejection builds character in a sense. And it was like at the time I was at a party, I had just got curved, and he was like, it's okay, young blood, rejection builds character. And everybody was laughing at me. And in the moment I was like, man, fuck y'all niggas. And you mad, you 20 years old, you hype. But then when I sit back and think about it, it's like, okay, what did I learn from that play. Like I play sports, so I'm always an analytical type dude. Like, all right, going back over my game tape. Like, all right, when you walked up to the shorty, was you confident? What did you say? What was you thinking? What was your first line? Like, trying to rehearse. All right, next time do this. Like, rehearsing and like, all right, don't say that. Don't ask this. Do. So when I thought about rejection building character, I just think about certain cats when they talk about like dudes that resort to this violence. And to me, the common denominator from what I've heard, because I've been on these little talks before, it's always been the dudes like, yeah, man, I get any bitch I want. I got money. I got this car. I got these, I came in with this.
And they really be lame.
Yeah.
Niggas like that real
He
possessive.
got
No,
101
they-
intangibles, but like he ain't got nothing really for himself. Like
Right.
in himself, he has
men like that, they think that as women that we owe them something. And I think that has been a long-standing like myth inside a man's head. Not all men, but some men grow up thinking that they are owed something from women because we are here to serve you all.
Yeah.
And they are the ones that get a rude awakening when a woman does tell them no for the first time. Because who knows? Sometimes in those situations, you have women that do tell them yes, that do give them what they want. And so then when they finally build up enough, cockiness and pride to approach a different caliber of woman, they get that no for the first time and they are beside themselves. And you don't know, move around. I don't know what to tell you. I said what I said. So
that's probably why my ass got a gun pulled on me, because I'm quick to say no.
just off the
I
rip.
hurt my feelings real quick. I do not care. But I mean, I'm careful, but I still don't care.
He didn't get the word out
I
of his
had
mouth.
to-
No, I already know what you're passing. No.
I had to get out of a bad habit I feel like I had was that sometimes people misconstrue someone being respectful and nice or a gentleman or just a friendly person with them flirting with them. And I had it bad when I was younger, like cutting dudes off at the very beginning, and maybe they were just being a nice person just because of how they were raised. And that was something I had to stop doing because, that leads to you getting embarrassment too. This one dude, this was like back in college days. Byron and I went to UCA together, so that's how we met. But the guy, he was being real nice to me, like open the door and stuff. And I was like, let me just stop you. I'm not interested. And he was like, neither am I. I was just trying to be nice. And I was like, oh, let me put my face up. So sometimes it's just, you got to almost let that beginning part play out before you decide how you're going to react.
For sure. Definitely, for sure. So I think we've established that in the club is a no. That's just a no. That's just a no.
I mean,
Don't
it
put
can
my-
happen, but most of the time, like if it do happen, like that's probably somebody you gonna like know for
Man.
Ain't no love in the club, man.
Hey,
No.
if she in the
5%,
club, it ain't for you, bro.
5%.
Very seldomly.
Fans in the club.
Yeah.
There's
I mean, it
nothing like 100%. I would say 8 times out of 10 is gonna like be romantic out of that situation.
I mean, you just
Okay.
You might get a dance, bro.
Just
yeah,
little
that's it.
You ain't going
Nice.
home with it though.
To me, the bar, like a happy hour, that's like behind a kickback. That's like the easiest kind of play. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's just like, cause you also, again, with reading a room, you got to know your audience too, bro. Like, and I'm not gonna come down on people like outfits, but if you paying attention to reading a room, you can see, you already know the type of man or woman you want, and you can see how they carrying themselves in them different scenes. Now, if you at a happy hour and 9 times out of 10, because there's always that chance you might get it wrong, you watch how the woman's carrying herself at the bar. If she's a classy, professional woman, or if she, on her business, she not gonna, play games or be on no extra shit. You'll see how she conducts herself in conversation and in her mannerisms. Whereas when you in the club, 8 times out of 10, that crowd isn't the type of crowd of a woman where I would bring someone home to my mother. No disrespect to the women in here if y'all club, but it's just all about like kind of knowing your audience.
Yeah. Shoot,
I can't
if you having a
disagree.
stressful day, you just need to go to the bar. And you can catch her at a good moment. Shit.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
A woman is going to act
Are we
accordingly
allowed
to her
cussing,
environment.
Because
Say what now?
I'll be slipping.
I know, no, you can cuss. It's fine. It's fine. The N word has been dropped like 14 times already.
I
So
know.
Yeah,
we,
I was
we,
just thinking about
we
that.
deep
Like,
in. We
I
deep
only
in.
said it once, but
I think
okay.
I said it once.
I said it
I
twice.
was
Yeah,
probably
we
like
deep
10
in.
under 14.
14.
Man,
I stopped counting at 14. I just let it go at that point.
Dang, I know it's kind of
I just let it go.
This
When no,
nigga.
No N word. Okay.
okay.
no, it's fine. It's perfectly fine because at this stage in the game, it's not like it's going up and I have like a sponsor that I need to be beholden to. Like I'll let people know up front.
We
So
need to be
okay,
sponsored by
so
liquor.
then, huh?
We need to get a liquor sponsor. That's what we need.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm all out now. I'm all out. This is what I'm
No,
drinking
no,
today.
no, not them niggas.
You
if
early
you
to
had to
take
get
a
one
like.
to
That
sponsor
was
you,
It's
who would
5
it be?
o'clock somewhere, ain't it?
You could choose
Right.
any liquor to sponsor you. What would y'all pick? Just random.
Crown apple.
What's the next question?
Crown apple.
Crap.
Johnny Walker.
I'm not even surprised
I
at
don't
all.
know what the
I'm not
hell that
surprised at all.
is.
Who said Johnny Walker?
KJ.
Okay, what you know about that red and blue? Okay.
I don't know nothing about that.
Oh, I was like, you drinking early. Okay.
Okay. Nice taste. Nice
What
taste.
is that? Whiskey?
Johnny Walker, double black.
Okay.
She said nothing.
I'm an old soul, man. We keep it
That's
moving,
a
man. What's the
that's
next
a
question, man?
distinct.
Let's go, bro.
Yeah,
Get the next
bet.
question.
We got our topic. So the next thing is so I guess it's really unpacking that whole like should you buy it's unpacking the should you buy a drink. It's when is it advantageous and when is it not advantageous to buy a drink? You know, like because there's been a lot of scenarios where I see a guy, he'll buy a drink, you know what I'm saying? And he'll buy the whole team a drink, and the team is gone. Like I've seen this in Vegas multiple times. He didn't bought like 10 drinks, and he turned around. By the time he's trying to check, team is gone. They halfway on the other side of Dre.
Because it's a club, and that's the issue we talked about. Like in a club, it's a no go because I've seen that in Vegas too.
Not
And
reading
like
the
in Vegas, it's the
room.
worst place to try to show out for like a whole like a whole crew because they're together, so that they're
They
gonna
made a hustle out of that.
Right? Okay. Excuse me. Well, you're not buying a drink at the kickback. That's for sure. You're not buying one at the kickback. The kickback's an easy
It's
scenario.
BYOB.
Right.
BYOB, that is the best layup you will ever get in your life is a kickback. It's the best layup you ever get in your life. If you fail the kickback, that's on you.
well,
Bro, what? Well,
okay,
no. I've seen niggas fail at the kickback.
Yeah.
It depend on what kind of liquor you bring. Let me say this shit right now. If it's BYOB, do not roll your ass into my house or anyone's house for that matter with a fucking bottle of Burnett's or
Oh, shit.
Stoli or
Oh.
fucking 99 apples or whatever
Or
that
gin.
bullshit is.
Ew.
Or-
And then
I know that made me want to throw that.
and then start to drink my fucking Crown Peach or fucking 1738 or whatever the hell else I buy that's
some
good.
1942.
No, I feel you on that,
Or
'cause-
19
some
or yeah,
Don
facts.
Julio
Because you got
Reposado,
niggas that'll
throw some
bring
tequila up in there.
you got some niggas that'll bring a $10 bottle that's on markdown for $7.99 and then come in and drink the $100 shit all
No.
Swear to
night.
God.
I got
Facts.
people worse. They'll bring a case of natural. Was it natural light like
Oh,
Natty
God.
Ice?
The beer?
Oh,
Yeah, and then they'll drink their good shit.
oh
And you're
God.
like,
And you
because
never
when I was in
there.
Texas, that thought people were like, oh, I'm bringing this. I'm like, what the hell?
If I have like wine coolers, I'll bring some for myself and a bottle. Like,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and I'm kind of mean. Like, I like to, drink out of my own bottle and drink out of my own stuff. If you want a shot, you're very much welcome to have one. But I'm 9 times out of 10 not really just gonna sit up there and drink anybody else's bottle, especially if I didn't see it open.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just like,
And you gotta respecting is you gotta ask. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not necessarily selfish, but if someone says BYOB, and I know we all let's just face it, we all know all these kickbacks gonna have at least a few of them people coming to drink up meals.
yeah.
So what I usually would do is I bring my bottle. Sometimes I would like to bring wine coolers because sometimes you want to start with something light before you get heavy
Yeah.
into it. And I, especially if I know whose house it is, once I make my drink, I'm putting my bottle underneath the cabinet. So you don't even have a reason to go down that cabinet. So if I see you down there, can I help you?
Yeah.
Mhm.
That makes sense.
See, I'm not the type of person that's gonna babysit my bottle, but it's just about, I don't know. I guess I'm older. I just like seeing other people drunk, so it's just like I'm just real cognizant. Like I just like seeing other people drunk. So like I buy a liter of Jack, and I'm just like, all right, y'all niggas go for what you know, and then I'm just up at the end of the night when it's time to, like, if it's macking on some shorties or going to get something to eat. And these four other niggas that was my competition passed out. I mean, it's more for me. I mean, I don't care.
Not
You know?
even strategic.
Ah, there it is.
You did
I
that.
mean,
Yeah.
Not
Like a
for
chess play.
strategic. Okay.
I know.
And this nigga playing chess at a
He be
kickback.
really
Boy.
Right?
Swear to God.
You're like,
Man,
oh, that man ain't gonna make it.
Hey,
I'm over here giving
KJ,
away
man.
the free game.
Hey, no, for
This
real.
free
Hey,
game.
y'all ain't
You gonna
taking
be-
notes.
All the dudes
Judges.
watching, take notes. He putting y'all up on free game.
Hey man, a fifth
More
of
for
Jack
me
is
and
$20.
shit.
Hey, free game, man. A fifth of Jack is $20, and I don't know nobody that don't drink Jack. I'm Jack and Coke. You can't go wrong with it.
So
Nah.
how live are we right now?
Like how live are we right now? We are
Like,
we
are
are
we live? Like,
we are
people
live
watching
live. We are live.
or
We are
like-
live like television. Okay, like there's only a 10-second delay max.
Wow.
So people are watching.
Yeah, there's
Yes.
people watching right
Yes,
now.
Celine. People are
That's all
watching
I
you.
needed to know.
Who watching, Byron?
I can't see who's watching. That's the problem. Like that's the only thing I don't like. I don't know who's watching. Like if I pick just one platform, I can see who's watching, but I have it on 3, so I can't. I don't know who's watching.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just kind of dark.
That lets me know.
I have a rough idea of who's watching, but I don't know. I can't say for sure who's watching.
It's not the dude from last time, is it?
Huh?
The dude from last, the flower.
Oh my God, man! Oh man, that last one,
All right.
that last one was
All right,
wild.
let's stay on topic. Let's stay on topic.
Just stay on
All
topic.
right, no,
So anyway,
Okay.
so anyway, okay. So
buying drinks.
outside of that, let's bring it to present day. This environment, COVID in the picture. Do you want to do hollering at you? Yes or no?
He gotta.
She said, "What it look like behind that mask?" She was waiting for it.
Oh man.
Go ahead, Autumn. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Autumn. You go ahead.
Really? No.
No.
Well, I have a boyfriend too, so. But no.
I mean, listen. We're talking. Okay, so listen. I forgot to preface this at the beginning. We're prefacing this at the beginning like everyone is single. Okay, you're single. Okay, you're single. You have nothing against whatever. So, would you want someone hollering at you in this environment? Okay, you
They
still
gotta
on
be
that? 6 feet.
6 feet.
Damn, I was waiting
They
for
gotta
that.
put the
I was
mask
waiting for
down,
somebody
put
to say that.
Tag.
I
You gotta
mean, like, do I really have a choice if somebody gonna like
Right, you can't make somebody not talk to you.
not talk to me? Like, do I have a choice? Because if I have a choice, then I would go to a lot more places than I do now. But
Oh God.
if I don't got a choice, yeah, it really don't matter. People gonna say something regardless.
As long as they approach you, I guess.
Yeah, as long as they take rejection.
Well,
Damn.
Wow.
I
Man,
don't
that's
know
wild.
because I don't know because a mask can make someone look completely different.
Okay,
You're right.
And you don't know you don't know what's going on down here with that mask
If they
on.
teeth messed up,
Yeah.
a nigga could have no teeth under that mask talking to you.
So, they kind of that's kind of risky. I mean, they could,
Shit.
if it was that serious, they could show you a picture like, oh yeah, this is how I look without my mask on. But I mean, really,
Like a business card,
really
like
at
not
this,
this whole.
Look me up on
right? I look,
Instagram.
Boy, that's
I look
crazy.
better in this picture. But I mean, I don't know. Right now, really, honestly, and my opinion is biased because I'm a nurse, but that's really like the last thing people need to be worried about right now. And I say that I'm not trying to like down the discussion, but like you already run a risk because I feel like a lot of people are treating this virus as if it's something that they can see. And I hear people say all the time, "Oh, I'm cool with someone, so I know they straight. I'm gonna go hang out with them." You can't see if that person is sick or not. So every time you're around somebody, you're going to run a risk. Even at, I could not go anywhere, but because I work at the hospital, I'm still
No,
running a risk. It doesn't matter. Everyone has a small risk they're gonna take. So I feel like, especially with everything that's going on, one, we could easily shut down again. So you need to be saving your coins instead of going on dates.
Isn't
But two,
is what's happening right now? Sorry.
what?
Isn't that aren't like they shutting down again already now or no?
Yeah, California has a curfew already.
A couple,
curfew
yeah,
Yeah.
places, California and Ohio are back on curfew. I know
so
here
is
in
Illinois too.
Nashville. Oh, okay. I know here in Nashville, they're getting ready to put the school districts in the Nashville area back all virtual, which we should have never been in the schools, but that's a different story.
Right.
So I think that's where we're back headed. So to tie back into the whole dating thing, it's like, I mean, you run the risk of now exposing yourself to someone completely new who you don't know who they've been around. So
All right.
I say no, don't bother me.
So are we talking about just dating or just someone just trying to talk to you? Because I think it's the form, because the thing is, especially if this is like the new normal and we're going to be like this for what they're predicting for at least 6 months to a year, probably a year and a half, it's what they're saying. I think someone talking to you, that's kind of different to get to that point. So, because and that's the thing, like if someone's trying to talk to you, they don't have to go on a date with you right away. And then that goes to kind of what KJ was saying before, and even Kev, was patience, you know? So especially, so like it's like, do you mind someone trying to talk to you and you're saying, wait, hold up, keep your distance, let me get to know you first. I think that's more of the question per se than instead of just saying, hey, let's go somewhere right away. So like, would
That's a
that
good
be
point.
more? Would you guys be more willing for that if you guys were single, rather than
Yeah.
rather than someone? Because I get what you're saying too. You're saying like, nah, there's so much stuff to worry about right now with everything going on in the world. I don't need you, breathing down my neck all the time, trying to get me out. It's like, no, like slow it down, talk to me, let's see where this goes first. And I think that could even be advantageous to you guys as well, because then you can actually see how the person really is and trying to see what their true intentions are instead of just trying to get you in the sack.
Absolutely. That's 10 times better.
Maybe the pandemic is a blessing for dating too, because you can like just text and stuff and talk over the phone for a minute.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Virtual dates are definitely in.
Really? Yeah.
I've been on a few virtual dates.
I'll sit. I don't well, they're not necessarily dates, but I've like sat and like we were both eating dinner.
I was about to ask, like, how different is a virtual date than just FaceTime? Is that all it is? Just like FaceTime?
Yeah.
Nah, it's an app called Netflix Party where you could watch a Netflix movie with someone.
That's hard.
That's
and it's
cute.
That is cute.
You can do that then.
You can see their face.
No, so if you got Google Chrome, it's a joint. So if you have Google Chrome, it's an extension you can download called Netflix Party. You log into your Netflix on your computer, and then y'all pick a movie that's on Netflix, and then somebody set it up, and you send the other person a link. If they got to have the app and all the other stuff too, and it starts the movie at the same time, so y'all not trying to like figure it out. And it's a little chat room on the side where y'all could, do your little thing. I've done it.
Cute.
That's cute.
Yeah.
But I mean, in this pandemic, I'm kind of like Sharetta, yo. Like, stay the fuck away from me. Like, y'all, give me like, Like, nah, keeping it 100. Like, I don't know what you got, and you don't
Mm,
know what I have. Like,
exactly.
and that's
Mhm.
the not even to talk about COVID, but that's like the common misconception. Everybody was like, "Oh, it's like the flu," and like I tell everybody, it's like, "Well, I know what the flu looks like. You coughing, you got a body temperature, you sweating, you might be throwing up, you might be having, the runs, whatever." And 3 5 days, you might feel better. With COVID, like I've seen people that are in like bodybuilders that have been broken down to where like, yo, bro, it's 4 months later and I still can't taste my food properly. And I got this condition, this underlying condition where I can't breathe right. And then I've seen people that smoke every day and they're like, yeah, bro, like, I mean, I tested positive for the shit, but I feel fine. And I'm looking like, damn, like, okay, should I not be in shape? Should I be in shape? So
I mean, you gotta think like a smoker like is gonna have less problems with it because heat kills germs. And like the most area that smoke hits is your face area, which is the area that can get infected the fastest. Or it's like, am I wrong or right, Sharita? Like your face is more than likely where you get the virus from because you touch shit and you
I,
touch your
I think
face,
I think it just
and then
honestly
like
it hits every person different.
yeah,
And
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that
and
was that was the
So,
that was the point. Like it hit everybody different. So it's like if you asymptomatic or like if I run into you in the store and you got your kids with you, kids are germ carriers. And so like if you trying to, talk to me or introduce yourself or asking me to grab something for you off the top shelf or whatever, and then your kid is over here playing and coughing in his hands and all this, like bro, like nah,
Mm.
back up, man. Like it's all good. Like send a note in the bottle or something, or
I think
just
Shredder wants to say something.
Yeah,
go ahead,
Sharita.
Shredder. Go
I
ahead,
did
Shredder.
ask her a question.
okay, so I'm like no expert or anything.
You're
So
more bigger
don't
expert than us.
Yeah,
I
I
wanted to put
figured.
that out there. But so it's kind of like a yes and no. It's really hard to track everything that goes on with it because sometimes people forget that with viruses they can mutate. And so, like somebody was saying, she wasn't wrong. How it looks for Celine will look different for how it looks for KJ, how it looks for Kev. It'll look different for each person, and that's including upon just the virus itself, what strain it is, but also that includes if you do have any underlying conditions. So what may be difficult for you may not be difficult for me, and how it presents itself. Like Celine and I, before the podcast started, we're talking about that it could present like a sinus infection, or you could literally be knocked on your feet, take you down through there, be in the hospital on the vent. So you do have to be mindful of who you're touching, who you're in close contact with, because it's not just about contact, but it's also about airborne, which is why they're talking about that whole 6 foot difference, or excuse
Mm,
me, distance between people. So you have to be mindful of that. And then people don't think about things, if I don't have a mask on and you may be trying to social distance, but I don't have a mask on and I cough or sneeze. I don't remember the specifics, but the rate at which microorganisms travel from a cough or a sneeze is insanely fast. Like
mm.
if I could show you through like a microscope how it's disgusting.
It's like hundreds of
And
feet a
so
second or some shit, ain't it?
Yeah,
it's insanely fast,
Yeah.
and then
that
now that's
velocity is
out there in that
ridiculous.
air, which is why it's important to have that mask to help block it from entering into your nose, your
Air
mouth.
that you're
Mm,
breathing.
But people think about those things, but they don't think about, well, like he was saying, I'm at the grocery store. I picked up something that the person before me just touched that may have
mhm.
been sick. And then I have my mask on, but I get in the car and I rub my eye.
Yep.
Hmm.
So it's super tricky, and it is important. I do people definitely need to practice hand hygiene and wear gloves, but with the gloves people have to remember that they need to change the gloves out, not wear the same
Yeah.
gloves, and not change. People put the gloves on and treat them like a second pair of hands, and so they still pull their phone out, they still touch the steering wheel.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
it make more sense
That
for
gets
people
me.
to, put your, like when I go in the store, and I don't do it all the time. I try. I wear a backpack purse. I put my phone and my wallet and everything in it. So now that's behind me. So everything I touch is in front of me in the store. Then I can wash my hands, pull everything out when I get to the car. So
Smart.
people don't always think it all the way through, and you can try your hardest, but I mean, some people just, it takes a long process to think those things through so that you can do it the right way. And nobody's perfect. A lot of people don't have all the facts and aren't educated the way they need to be, and that's not their fault.
Yeah.
I mean, my thing is like to that little piece where you said it's not their fault. Just to that little piece. We've been doing this for like 9 months now.
Right.
But
Like 9 months now.
the problem
You
is though
should
that
know what to do as a grown
but
adult.
you
Like if
don't
this was
though.
a kid, if this was I mean, somewhat, you should somewhat have a good idea of what to do. You should somewhat have a good idea of, hey, I need to wash my hands. I need to have Germ-X. I need to do this, do that, whatever. Like the best practices have already came out, and there's actual medical professionals telling you what you should and shouldn't do.
Stay
Okay.
6 feet away from me. Let's start with
But
that.
that just lets you know, like, from jump, you could already tell how nasty people were because,
Oh yeah.
like,
Yeah.
all that stuff was still stocked up on the shelf. Every time I went to the store and grabbed my little Clorox wipes and my little bleach spray and everything else that I used to clean my house.
Yeah.
That stuff used to be hella stocked. Like, there was never a shortage of stuff like that. So that just lets you know, like, people were nasty before this even started. So that's why it's spreading like it is, because they still nasty.
Yeah.
Just because a virus is around don't change the fact that you nasty or you not nasty. Like, people are like real deal, like, just
Nah, it was
so it's
it was
like people just have to practice like stuff they should have already been doing in the first place, and it's new to them now because they didn't do it in the first place. They didn't wash their hands after they ate or before, or like just little stuff like that, and wipe down their doorknobs and stuff. So
for me the funniest thing was reading like when they kept coming out, oh, you should put bleach in your dishwater. You should do this. And everybody in the black households was like, y'all niggas late. And then everybody in the white households are like, what? Bleach in dishwater, really? And then but yeah, to Celine's point, but yeah, it was a lot of like I can remember going to the stores and in the beginning, initial phase, like back in like April, May, it was no hand sanitizer for miles.
Yeah.
But it'd be a whole ass roll of soap. And the soap be 99 cents for the little whatever Dove dispenser or hand soap, whatever the brand is dispenser. And the hand sanitizer would be like $7.99. So I just take
Maybe.
the whole roll and be like, all right, well, here's $20 worth of soap. I don't need no soap for about a good year. I don't know, depending on how many, good year, good 6 months, whatever. But yeah, it do show you, how people's hygiene standards. I ain't gonna call them nasty, but I'm gonna say their hygiene standards was a
Well,
little lacking.
I think people are lazy.
That's what it is.
That's the main thing because the thing is, even with hand sanitizer, you're still supposed to wash your hands
I do.
and use
Bro,
soap.
it's like that.
And what people are, and even like with the Clorox wipes and everything too, it's like no, you still need to get whatever you want, your preference of the Clorox spray, the 409, like that too. You're supposed to use these wipes and everything. If you or like hand sanitizer when you can't wash your hands, or in addition to it, and it makes certain things easier. And I think that's just what it showed, because like you said, hand sanitizer was gone, but the soap was still there. So people are still trying to get away with what they could do the least and make themselves feel good about it too.
lazy.
Because like I said, like Byron says, I go places and I go and I take pictures. So roller coasters, I go hiking, to landscape and everything. So seeing people, especially in different states too, what they will and won't do, and it's kind of amazing. And I remember that too, way back, and this is freaking, I want to say like 2007. I'm working because I for a time I was a plumber, so I'm in this dorm room fixing someone's bathroom. And this is guys and girls too. So, but this one was just a guy. You'll be surprised at how people don't wash their hands after using the restroom. And then the thing is, I called him out on it. I'm like, hey man, like, and this is way before COVID because I want to say this is 2007. So I'm like, dude, like you're not washing your hands. And he's like, I got hand sanitizer in my room. So because he wanted to go by, and I'm not gonna call him a liar, but that probably was his plan. But he was trying to do what he could get away with like the least, because hand sanitizer is easy. You get it, you squirt your hand, wipe them on, 10 seconds instead of actually going to the restroom and washing your hands for 30 seconds. But I'm like, nah, dude. I'm like, you have your nasty germs. Now you're touching the door. You go touching the wall out there all the way back to your room and touching everything else too. So I'm like, you're not protecting anybody else except yourself. And he's like, oh, I didn't think about it that way. But then he washed his hands. So it's probably a one-time thing because I know as soon as I left, he's probably like, fuck that guy. I'm doing what I want to do. But that's how people are. People like, so like you said, I'm not sure if they're necessarily nasty, even though I think they are. But they're lazy and they're just trying to get by to do what the very least that they could do, and just to call it a day.
Well, I think the other thing too is that the lack of patience as Americans that we've had.
Yeah.
We as Americans are lazy. We do feel entitled. And I know that's entitled. I understand we all black, so y'all know what I mean when I mean it in certain ways.
Yes.
But as a country, we have access to certain things, and therefore we expect that things should always go our way. And I think right now, this is the most critical point for us because everyone is in such a rush to reach a point of normalcy again. They just because in their mind they want COVID to be over and the pandemic to be over, therefore it is. And so it's saddening when I see pictures on Facebook. Don't get me wrong, I've gone out with friends, we've gone places. We, not a lot, but I have gone out, and certain things let me see that just because people are tired of it, that it's back to normal. Birthday parties and everyone's taking pictures and you see videos and there's 50 people in the room and there's no mask on. And my biggest pet peeve, baby showers. She's carrying a child and y'all are taking pictures, no mask on, no anything, just because you're ready to get back to that normalcy that we so long for.
I don't think it's ready for normalcy. I think because they always want to make excuses, and like you were saying, because and I take pictures of coasters and like that too. And then I was in Salt Lake outside the park, and then as soon as people get on a ride, they take off their mask, even though it says, "Hey, leave your mask on the ride." I see pictures of my friends in Europe, and they're going out and they're taking photos of everything too, and no matter what, everybody's wearing a mask like on the ride. And out here, it's like, oh, like I can't breathe, I can't do this, and like everybody wants to make an excuse, so they're right, even though they're doing the wrong thing. And it's like KJ says, like if you don't want to comply, stay the hell away from me, stay your 6 feet, and stay home if you don't want to wear your stuff. If you're gonna go out because you feel like you have to or you want to, take the precautions, because that's the thing. Like if you want to drive, you have to wear a seatbelt. Even though 95% of us, we don't crash, we don't slam on our brakes, all the time, but it's there just in case. And it's the same thing with the mask. You want to go outside, you want to do something, wear your damn mask. Do your physical distancing. Like that's what you need to do. But people they want to make excuses all the time because, like you said, we're entitled. We want to do something else. We're tired of everything, and we're not freaking doing it. And I think that's the most frustrating thing too. And then it's like you see these other places that are on the correct trend, even though they were hit hard, but it's like, no, they took it seriously. And even though they wanted their life to get back together. So they said, hey, if I want to go outside, I want to hang out with people, I'm wearing my PPE. I'm doing the correct thing. I'm getting tested when I need to go test. I am, I'm taking all the precautions, and I'm not making a lame excuse because I have to wear a freaking, a cloth mask for 4 hours while I'm outside. You do what you fucking need to do.
No, that's
right. Right. Okay. So
sorry, Byron.
We know. You need to wear a fucking mask. That's it. Wear that shit. God damn it. Wear a fucking mask. Just wear the fucking mask. Okay.
Protecting all you guys.
I'm in here. I'm home alone. So I don't.
That's the best I got for you in short notice, player.
No, I'm just saying y'all need to put on masks. That's ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous. You're in your own house,
man. Calm down.
Yeah, you're in your own house. You good. You're good. Y'all tripping. No, you're good. I guess
This is a good one.
Celine, are you already about to leave?
No, I'm just
she just playing.
yeah.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead,
Um,
Steve.
to get us back on topic. So, but it's kind of ties into the COVID thing. Okay, so keep it 100. Keep it 100. Everybody here, I'm gonna keep it 100 for myself. Like COVID during this whole, let's say, America, we started at March whatever date. I think it was like 19th or something like that. We started everybody locking down and all that other stuff. March 19th. From March 19th to today, have you had strangers at your crib? And what I mean by strangers is somebody that you do not know. Okay, somebody that you do not know at your crib. Like whether it was a dating format or not, like somebody that you was like your significant other type deal or whatever. Have you had somebody in your crib?
Does the Amazon guy count?
No, the Amazon guy doesn't have.
Then no.
I'm gonna say yeah. I'm gonna say yeah. I'm gonna keep it 100. Yeah.
Just somebody. You ain't gotta get into the plurality.
I mean, yeah. You know, I had a stranger come over. You know, it was a friend of a friend, but I didn't know him, so they was a stranger. So yeah.
Yeah. Kev?
Man, I'm gonna keep it real, bro. I had strangers at my house, and I done been a stranger at somebody else. Shit, I'm just gonna be real. But like, I take my precautions, bro. I do what I gotta do, man. Make sure I'm being safe. Make sure everything is putting me at risk, not everybody else. So that's it, bro.
Okay.
That part.
Autumn?
I did have a kickback for my birthday, so.
Oh, you had plenty of strangers over there, huh?
I synced it. I was gonna see if you was gonna lie. I synced it.
Yeah.
Shit, you might as well count like if you went to a party or something or a kickback. You know what I'm saying? All them people.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
So
we doing bad, y'all.
Retta, you done been out kicking it?
I have not had people over, like not strangers. But over the summer before I moved, one of my friends, her cousin, graduated from the same college as I did in Jonesboro, and she had a family gathering at her house, and I went.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Look at you.
I went.
Right.
I'm guilty.
You gave us that sermon as a nurse. And look at you.
Well, no one is perfect, but I have been on the up and up since then. So
Hey, I just think
Okay.
humans can't fight it, bro. We social creatures. Ain't nobody gonna be alone.
Facts. So Celine, you done had strangers?
Oh, I thought I already answered. Yeah.
Oh no. I just got you.
Surely have.
For myself, yes, I done had strangers. I done had strangers at the crib here. Kicking it.
Damn.
I'm guilty. I'm guilty as well.
So what's that? That's everybody, bro.
Yes, that's everybody.
Alan, you ain't had no strangers.
You look
No, I don't have any strangers, but actually, yeah,
He been a stranger.
No, I haven't been a stranger either. But I think for me, since I've still been going out getting content for my side hustle, that kind of fills that social void that we're all lacking right now too.
Okay.
So that's why, like, for me, like I haven't been a stranger, and I haven't had strangers over. But I still interact with people in general, which kind of, because I still have to go to work every day like that too, and deal with strange people.
Mm-hmm.
And then also I've been going out and doing stuff like that too, which helps. So I don't know if I'm like the best example. But no strangers have been over.
Okay.
And I have not been that stranger yet.
Okay.
I like the yet.
So one last question before because we're about to hit an hour, and I kind of want to wrap this up before an hour. So like one last question. Again, prefacing this, you're single, okay? You're single. Don't think too hard about this shit, okay? Don't think too hard.
Ready to mingle.
Hard. Would you take a date right now? Would you take a date?
What I what?
Am I
Would you
paying or are they
take a
paying?
date? Would you take
I'm-
a date? Would you
I'm
tell us to go
dating.
I
on a
don't
date?
know, man.
Hey.
People struggling right now. I'm not
Would
trying to
you
risk it by
take
somebody
or
struggling.
go on a date? Would you go on a date
Who
right now?
paid?
So Autumn, I'll just start with you. Would you take a date right now?
Yeah, because I work from home, so I be trying to get out the house. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah.
That's real.
I feel it.
That's definitely real. Cabin fever.
Mhm.
I guess I'll go next. I definitely would. Especially with all this, with everybody trying to do like these Christmas events, being safe, and there's a lot more going out. So with social distancing, people being cognizant of it, and just getting out and enjoying someone's company. I would definitely do it.
All right, KJ.
If I'm paying, nah, but if I'm getting treated, yeah, absolutely. I'm just
Hey, man.
keeping it 100, man, because I feel like at this point, like, who knows if I'm gonna see that person again? I mean, God forbid they catch the COVID and died, and I wasted an intimate experience. But then they could be having
Escalated quickly.
Right.
They could be having strangers at their house and they got them a little cut buddy and they use me. Like Autumn said, they just trying to get out the house. And then I'm just, they get out
Bro,
the
I'm
house.
telling you.
KJ.
That's what I'm with 'em,
KJ.
man.
KJ, who hurt you?
Oh my God.
Who hurt you?
Man, listen, I'm just keeping it 100. But I mean, if Sharetta want to pull up on a cat and say, "Yo, let me take you to IHOP or 2 for $20," like we can get cracked. I mean, what's up? And I'm just playing. I'm probably.
Folks think because you're a nurse, you got money.
Hey, whole time I read an article about nurses getting paid. And I think Arkansas was like the lowest state to get paid as a nurse.
That's what
And you see, I'm in Nashville, so.
Oh, my bad. That's like right next door. So anyway, go ahead. Go ahead. My fault. Go ahead, Kev.
Bro, I'm with you, man. Like, I'm being wary of anybody I'm taking on a date during the pandemic. They got to show me some money. I got to make sure they're not trying to get out the house and survive and get a free
He's like,
meal
I'm
or
not paying to
something.
get sick.
No, I'm playing, bro. Real talk, man. Look, I'm just saying there's some people out here who do anything possible to get a meal, bro. Even fake a date.
No, I'm gonna go on a date. I'm not gonna risk my life if I don't like it.
Y'all telling me y'all ain't never went on a date just because you knew you was gonna get some free food?
Ooh, let's get into it. Let's get into it. No,
I'm just asking. I know, hey, look, shit. I might have done that to a female before, so I know females do that to me.
If
Respond. Have you ever went on a date just to get food?
Yes. Go ahead. I want to hear this. Go ahead, Celine.
If I have openly, look, this is the times that I'm gonna do it, and this times I'm not gonna do it. Times I do it is when I've openly rejected this person multiple times, and they see me in public, or they hit me up on social media constantly, and they don't leave me alone. Hell yeah, I'm gonna take that shit.
That's a pity
because
date,
first
man.
of all, I already told you leave me alone. Second of all, look. At this point, I'm gonna give you what you want, and I'm gonna make it such a bad experience that you don't ask me anymore. Like, I mean, I'm just saying, if you ask for it,
She a demon.
get it. I'm not about to sit here and say this for nobody for what?
Final boss over here.
She said she gonna crush your dreams.
If I choose not to do it, it's because like I'm just really, 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 really just like not in the mood. 9 times out of 10, I'll say yeah if you've been annoying me for a while though, like
Sharetta.
Just to. I told you I'm an asshole. I'm sorry.
It's all good. Oh man. Yeah, Retta, you next. You got the answer.
So I actually said I was quiet because I had to think about it. I have never done that. I have encouraged others to do it because I knew I was going to get the leftovers. I have instigated before. Like, hey, yo, if y'all are going to Chili's, get the honey chipotle chicken crispers and bring the leftovers back.
Yeah.
But
fellas,
I have never
if
actually.
you know
I've never
Sharetta,
done it though. What?
please, Sharetta.
Basically, it's yeah. But I've never done it because I mean I know like from this it's like we're all like meshing very well and talking and stuff.
Mhm.
But when it comes to stuff like that, I'm socially awkward, and I would go, and because I was afraid to like not hurt your feelings or whatever. Now you think that I'm into you, and I don't know how to stop it at that point because I'm sitting here pretending to enjoy myself.
Hey, hey,
So
do what
I just
Celine did.
I can't do that.
I'm telling you, make it a
Hey,
horrible
kudos
experience.
though.
All
They'll know
right,
you ain't
Autumn.
into it.
Oh.
Yeah, I
fuck
have to
with
think
that.
about it too. I never did it. I have to really like you to actually go and if I don't like them, I'm not going to reply or not go. So yeah, I have to like.
All right.
Even if it's a free meal, because I don't know what they doing. I'm scared. I watch too much ID.
Man, I'm talking about like a rut.
So
Yeah,
no,
That's why
yeah,
you
I
need a
gotta
yeah.
talk to you for a
taser.
couple of months, and then I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna
Get
go out.
sharp nails.
I can't.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
That's
You
funny.
been watching ID in Lifetime, and they got
Yeah, like we gotta talk for a minute so I can trust. And then when we
Shorty,
do go out, it gotta be out in public. So yeah.
Shorty said I'm getting a leftover. I'm still bugging out them Honey Crispers.
I like the shredder. I'm like that too. Like let me get the little.
Let me get
That's the y'all.
the.
That's true. Hey, but you right about that. You do have to be safe. So like my friends and I, like even literally right now, even though I'm at the crib, my best friend and my brother both have my location. And if I'm like, if I'm going on a date, I'm literally I'm sending you my location when I get there. And if I can, I'm sneaking a picture of what the dude look like.
Right.
Unless I already follow him on social media, I'm gonna screenshot a picture off his social media. Hey, send it to you. This who I'm with.
Yep. That's
I
what
get the
I'm
license
gonna
plate
go
too.
meet this dude.
Damn.
Damn.
It's sad as
Damn.
hell for women doing this, bro.
I always
Women
get the
feel so
license
in
plate
danger.
She had a
because
bad experience, remember?
You
She
remember
gets
the
I
guns pulled on
know.
her.
People will
Right.
kidnap
I
y'all
tell
and
you,
all that shit,
hey,
get
man.
the
look,
guns
It's
when
pulled
I
on
crazy.
her.
myself,
She gets guns pulled on her.
I gotta be a little miniature
The
thug
world's
out
a
here. I can't just be out here like.
He said a
Y'all
little
need to
minute.
get some guns, man. I think
Oh,
every woman need to have
Oh
a gun in
yeah,
their purse or
I don't
something.
need
she
a gun because
said
I'll shoot somebody for real.
You probably shit.
I don't
that's
need a gun.
what guns are
Me
for.
too.
Yeah, you might need
I'm
to
researching right
sometimes.
now to get a gun.
I want to get one,
I'm
but I
getting
don't
one.
get one.
I'm scared of guns.
I don't want one. I'm very scared to get one, but I'm gonna go through the
Right.
class and all of that to
Okay.
make sure I
So,
learn the right information.
right. So shameless self plug. So episode 6, right? If y'all watch that I have a gun expert on there, and then y'all can she will let y'all know what y'all need to get y'all gun as a woman. Okay, because she's a female gun instructor.
What's her name?
Shit, I can't think of it right now. I can't think of it right
Wow.
now. I
Horrible
can't.
promotion.
Nigga, I'm on 18. I'm
Horrible.
on 18. That's episode 6.
Well, it made me think of somebody because so real side
Hold on.
note, shout out.
So
She washing her hands.
Hey, Celine, you making biscuits?
I'm making cinnamon rolls. I'm sorry.
Oh
Say,
snap! We about to pull up at Celine house with the cinnamon rolls. Is it them Pillsbury
Not having
joints? The red
strangers
cap?
over.
Hey, so Retta. So listen. It's Nina. It's so on Instagram is Nina Della Flores.
I knew that's who you were talking about. Shout out to my girl Destiny. She is the only black female gun instructor in Arkansas. Shout out. I knew that's who you were talking about.
Yeah.
I love Destiny.
So
I asked
let's
her all
pivot
my
back to
gun
these
questions.
cinnamon rolls. Hey, Celine, what's up with them cinnamon rolls?
Boy, come on,
Oh, you want
bro.
me to
Get
overnight
your
some or
hungry ass
something?
on somewhere, man.
Yeah, you said you gonna overnight them. I got you. I'll pay for the shipping. What's good?
I'm supposed to go out to Omaha soon anyway, so I can head out that way, pick them up.
Man.
Oh my
We having
goodness.
breakfast at Celine house. She finna have all the strangers over.
Right.
Yeah, I got the 99
Hey, not
apples.
after I actually had it. I'm kind of done with that. And my son is gonna be back in town next week on Wednesday. So
Oh.
this month he's been with his dad. So I'm just like, yeah.
Just been chilling.
I'm probably a little less careful with when my son isn't around. When he's around, I'm definitely like, can't nobody come over, honestly.
I feel it.
That's fair.
For Wednesday.
That's fair. So When's the next time he going to? No, I'm playing. I'm gonna say when the next time he going to the day.
Hey, she can mail them out.
But no, on some real shit though. That's it. That was all the questions I had. All the questions I had. Okay, we tackled everything. We low key segued into other stuff that I was going to talk about. So I'm out. I'm fresh out of questions. So do y'all have anything else? Any last words?
Nice to meet y'all.
It was nice.
Yeah, it was nice meeting everybody. This was
I
fun.
finally showed up to the party after like.
I know, episode 1.
Yeah, you was on a very, very, very first alpha episode.
Hey, yo, that was a funny episode, bro. Celine got on the joint, man. She was doing hair. She was combing. She was prepping. I was like, all right.
That's why I was telling him, look, hey, ignore me. Ignore the hell out of me. Are we still live where people can see us?
Yes, we are live.
Yeah, I'm about to end it right now. So look,
so she can talk freely.
Right. This is episode 18 of the Honorable Smooth podcast. Thank y'all for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Follow. Look at that banner. Follow Type X Thrills on Twitter and IG. Follow Classic Wigs and Hair on Facebook, IG, and Twitter. And we out. We're done.
And wash your hands and wear your mask.
Yeah, wash your hands, wear your mask.